Hello, welcome Scorpio, and this is the first reading of 2025. It is going to be a very interesting year, so I am doing my best to stay on top of things. Underscore doing my best. So, the point of this reading is to get control over our state and that which we desire to accomplish in 2025, so that we can handle what comes at us much better. This is a modified magic star, which means it's a magic star that existed, and I adjusted the meanings, and I use only the major arcana cards. And this is going to show us where to concentrate our efforts to manifest and achieve our goals, whatever those may be. This is for the month of January 2025, but since this is the first reading of the year, this can kind of flavor the next 12 months. So, yeah, here we go. So I've shuffled, and we will be cutting the cards. There we go. And the first card, which is about your desire, is the Tower. Okay, and the card in position 2, what seeds you need to sow in order to get what you want, is Judgment. In position 3, a new belief that you need to a new belief in order to promote success is the Fool. Sorry about that. I am adjusting my setup here a little bit because okay. And in position 4, who or what helps you, we have the World. In position 5, who or what challenges you, is the Chariot. In position 6, the areas of growth is the Emperor. And in position 7, we have Temperance, and this depicts the lessons you need to take with you into the next cycle. All right, I see a person who is very, pardon me, very, and very dug into the 3D world. Like, what is happening on the earth is of most important to you. You are very hypervigilant about what is going on, about things that are happening on the other side of the world. Things are affecting you from the leaders of this world. And in terms of a spiritual connection, it seems to be kind of on the back burner, or maybe even missing in some cases here. Because about your desire, we have the Tower. And the Tower is exactly that. It is the, in my opinion, the manifestation brought on by the public unconscious, the collective unconscious, meaning everybody in the world is thinking about these things, and so that kind of exacerbates the manifestation of these things. So if everybody's worried and in fear about wars, then wars are going to manifest because that's what they're concentrating on, focusing on. If everybody is worried about scarcity and poverty, then and crime, then these are the things that are going to be showing up in our 3D world. Now, this is the manifestation of those that are being thrust on us, but we do have the choice to manifest our own reality separate of this worldly manifestation. Just a moment, please. Someone or something does not want me to talk. Okay. So about your desire is, I don't know if it is blocked, or I don't know if it is completely absorbed in this situation of what is going on in the world, but a large part of your desire is behind the wall of the collective unconscious. And it may be hidden from you. It may be about this. You could be like a newscaster or starting a channel or something, discussing the events of the world, or you could be an activist. It could manifest in any types of ways, but the events that are going on in the world brought about by the collective unconscious are very, very high on your list of priorities, and they have a lot to do with the desire that you are trying to manifest. It could be that it is anti collective unconscious, or some people would say doom scrolling, doomsday programming. Could be about that, or it could be against that. It's going to differ depending on who you are. Now, let's move on to the second position, where we have judgment. And judgment is a culling of your thought processes, or your habits, or the things that you are studying. So it's like a reckoning. So whatever you are thinking about, you'll come to a point where you are going to discard that which you feel does not help you, or you are going to embrace things that have been put aside but you feel are more helpful to you. So with judgment, you take stock of all your thought processes and desires, etc. And for somebody here, it's just like an awakening, on the verge of awakening. Like the stereotypical awakening to what's going on in the world. And the judgment card is a perfect card to have in what seeds you need to sow to get what you want, because it's a lot of change, of internal change, and even some external change, as you may be changing friendships and relationships, may be changing around you to reflect more of what you truly desire and what you are moving towards. So the judgment card is a reckoning of what has come before to what you want to your future to be like. So yeah, this is definitely an awakening of some sort. Either an awakening or a denial, a vehement denial of what is going on in the world. Because in position 3, I have the Fool for you. And 3 is a new belief in order to promote success. And the Fool is the 0 card, the card of initiation, the card of the one who does not know what they do not know. So it's to start at the beginning. So something is going back to the beginning, right? Something has really crashed into your life, into your psyche, and you're like, oh my God, I never would have considered this to be real. And now I have to reassess what I feel is my reality, and discard that which I thought was true before but no longer is true, and then go back to the beginning and deal with these new beliefs in a way that makes me the beginner all over again, because now I have to relearn everything that I thought I knew before. So that is something to keep in mind, that there is nobody who knows everything. Okay, so no matter how people come across and say, oh, I know this and this and this, yeah, well, prove it, right? So you at least are aware that you don't know everything, right? And you have a lot to learn. Maybe even so because your previous world came crashing down somehow, and now you have to figure out for yourself, what do I believe in? What do I want my life to be like, right? Okay, so what helps is the world. Is that in focus there? Okay. The world is the card of completion, of finally manifesting that which you wanted to manifest, and a new phase in your life in which the person before, the the incident that brought you to the world may no longer exist. You may be moving into a completely different paradigm where nothing is going to be the same again, right? So looking back, you go, how could I even think those things? And this is going to be a helpful attitude towards the future. You can kind of meditate and go back into your past experiences and take a look at the things that you thought, and look at them from a new perspective, because from this point on, you are starting over, right? The first card, the last card. So you're going to keep the last card in mind, the final step in the process in mind, and you are going to start from where you are. That's wonderful that you have both the Fool and the World in the same line here, because you've got the Alpha and the Omega kind of all encompassed in your future, and you have so much to look forward to. Now, the one thing that challenges you is, well, maybe one of the things that challenge you, but a major thing that challenges you we see is the Chariot here. I'm hoping this is in focus. I can't really tell. I'm sorry about that. Now, the Chariot is the card of motion. Obviously, the Charioteer is moving forward with his, what would I say, steeds, or his animals dragging his chariot. What the Charioteer depicts when it shows up in your position of challenges is that you may be feeling kind of lost. You may be feeling kind of listless and wondering, well, how do I go about this? Like, what do I do? Where do I go? You may be feeling kind of stuck and unable to move forward and lacking willpower, because the Chariot is the card of willpower and actual movement. When this is a challenge, then you feel like you should be moving, but you're not. So that is going to take some introspection to, and I mean, you've got a huge long road ahead of you, and there's so much to know. Of course, that can cause overwhelm. But the thing is, all of us have been there at some point where we have something laid out in front of us and we don't know how we're going to get to the end of the road. But we know at the end of the road, there is something wonderful for us, right? Oh, yeah, you can see my messy apartment. Oops, sorry. Oh, well. Yeah, so, with the Chariot, I say all the time that, the road is in front of him. He cannot see where it ends, but he trusts that it ends to where he wants to go. So he has to trust in the forward movement to get to where he wants to go. This in the challenges spot means that you need to take that forward movement. You cannot stay still for too long or you will lose momentum. So there is the advice for that particular card. Okay, and then we have the Emperor. I struggle to think one of the readings today that has not had the Emperor card, because the Emperor is all around us in our modern day. The Emperor embodies everything that humans have created in society, and that includes governments and the military and our commercialized existence, everything that we buy, everything that we every process, every service that we utilize on a daily basis, the government, the taxes, that sort of thing. And this is in the position of areas of growth. Now, I know there are those who come from the belief that all commercial commercialism is bad and all government is bad. And well, I mean, there is a lot of problems in those areas, of course, but look at the existence that we live. I mean, if we want something to eat, we go to the grocery store and it's there for us. If we want health care, we go to the doctor and it's there for us, at least at the time of this reading. So the society that we live in is not all bad. It's just a few main characters that are taking advantage of their situation. So, in the position and areas of growth, you could be taking a more activist stance in trying to turn around our society's our society's failings and make them better, right? So you may be getting involved in something, in some ways that our society fails us, and doing your part to see if it can be fixed or made better, so that it actually does what it says it's going to do. It actually helps people where people need to be helped. So in the areas of growth, this could really open your eyes to the way things are, and your part in making it work better, because it's not all evil. I mean, it does take care of us to a certain degree, but then there are those in positions of power who are taking advantage of their positions of power and using it to manipulate the populace through the emperor. And so anything good, like, for example, free healthcare, then becomes bad. Someplace where you can't find a doctor, or can't find a good doctor, or doctors are not helping the patients the way they should be helped, in exchange for promotional money or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, the good thing gets twisted into the bad thing when money is concerned. But it's not all bad when it comes from a place of providing a good society for people to live in. So it's kind of, you're stuck in the middle when you're dealing with the emperor. You want the emperor at his best, and oftentimes he can enable those worst aspects to come through in people who can take advantage of it. So how does your goal, how does your future look when being a part of this empirical structure? How does it look? Where do you fit in? That is the question with number 6 in the areas of growth. And then finally, lessons to take with you into the future. We have the Temperance card, which is the card of patience and amalgamation of, in this case, I would say past and future, because you have this big change in the way that you see the world, and you may be very excited in trying to jump in and tell everybody your thoughts and opinions and stuff, but calm down, keep calm, keep patient. Don't do or say anything too controversial in the beginning, because what may happen is that you may be cutting yourself off before you even get a chance to bring your message out there, right? You've got the past and the future. You're melding them together, and you are putting together something that is going to be helpful to humanity. At least the person in this reading is. A lot of Scorpios are going to be getting involved with altruism and activism, and it needs to be done in such a way, in more of a subtle way, so that it doesn't get the fire doesn't get put out before it actually becomes a flame. Does that make sense? So lessons to take with you into the next cycle, lessons of patience, lessons of bringing together your resources and knowledge from the past and combining that with resources and knowledge that you will be acquiring as you move forward as the Fool towards the world. And this is a card of culmination, right? A card of taking that which you knew and that which you know and making something out of it that is truly helpful to humankind, and also brings deep fulfillment for you as well as a member of the human race. Okay, so that is the reading that I got for you today, Scorpio. Yeah, let me know how down below how this applies to you, if it does, if it resonates. Also, if you know of anybody who could benefit from this reading, then please, make them aware of my channel. Thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe and like, because that helps. And we will see you next time, Scorpio. Thanks for being here today. Bye for now.